Hey friends, before we jump into this video, I do want to mention that this is a sponsored video. Senmo reached out to me and asked if I would like to try out their steam mop after I looked into it, because I don't just jump into things without knowing if they're a good fit for me or maybe for you and your family. I was super highly impressed with this. I'd forgot how good steam mops was, so you will see how well it cleaned the backsplash in the kitchen. But I also took it and tackled the hard water spots in our bathroom shower. It has a window attachment, which, you know, pretty much the same thing here, glass. And so I used the scrub brush and then I used the window attachment. The changing of the attachments is super easy, as you can see. I ended up using this in the shower, on our floors, on the walls in the living room, and even on the couch. Yes, it has a carpet attachment, and I was like, you know what, I bet I can use this on my couch as well. So I researched it, and sure enough, I could do that. So I took it to the couch as well. I have been wanting to deep clean the couch, and I thought this would be a good way to maybe get rid of some, you know, bacteria and anything that might be living here. We are a family of 5 in this house, you know, that live in this house, and we have multiple dogs, and we are all fighting a little bit of a cold, as you can tell from my voice if you are not new around here. So I will have this linked down below in case you want to check it out. It is an amazing machine, and since this one does have so many good options and things that it covers, I'm going to pop up just a couple of the screenshots from the Amazon listing just so I can make sure that I cover some of the good points. Thank you again, Senmo, for sponsoring this video, and thank you, friends, for watching our sponsored content. Y'all know that we love and appreciate you, and I would not be able to do this without you and your support. So thank you again, friends. Now let's jump into this video. Good morning, friends, afternoon, whatever. It is bright and early here. Well, it's 9 o'clock. It's a little bit past bright and early. But it is very cold. It got down to, I think it got down to 4 degrees last night. I'm not sure what it actually made it down to, but it was 5 when we woke up this morning. It is currently 11, and it is cold. And I have not been sleeping great. I don't know. If Violet's here, I sleep pretty good, but like Thursday night, I slept maybe 3 hours, and then last night, I don't know, I like was jolted awake at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and John was sitting there looking at me. Like, I guess he was awake, and it kind of, something must have happened, it woke me up. So yeah, he patted on me, I guess, to let me know, you know, everything's good. And then he went back to sleep. I could not go back to sleep, and so finally I gave up and got out of bed like 10 till 5. I don't know what it is. But anyways, while I was laying in bed, I was thinking about this breakfast that I used to make. Whenever I couldn't sleep last night, I was thinking about food. Welcome to my life. And I was thinking about this thing. I don't even know what it's called. It's like some kind of breakfast casserole that I used to make. I think I seen Fallon make it years ago, and then I started making it. But it's where you take crescent rolls and make like almost like a pot pie, I guess. I don't know. A bake, anyways. You take crescent rolls, put it on the bottom of the pan, and then you make some sausage, scrambled eggs, and cream cheese, mix it together, put it down, and then you put another layer of crescent rolls. And I was thinking about that this morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning, or 4, whatever it was. At the time I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make that. And I thought about getting straight up and making it so that we could eat that before John left for work, which he didn't end up going to work because it's too cold. But then I was like, if you make it that early, it's probably not really going to get eaten because we are not breakfast people. And so I waited. It is now 9 o'clock. This will be lunch-ish, brunch, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead, turn on the oven stove because it ain't never getting nowhere. And make that because I've been wanting it. And I think I might make me some sausage gravy to like pour over top of it, because don't that sound good? This is where my mind is at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I woke up and I've seen this thing on like, I don't know, Facebook or something that says if you are awake at 3 o'clock, maybe it means that you need to spend some time with the Lord. And so I prayed, and I've got a lot on my mind, and maybe that has a lot to do with it, but I just prayed, and then I read a little bit, and I was like, you know what, breakfast sounds good. In the book I'm reading, they visit a diner quite often, and maybe that has to do with it, even though they did not eat anything like what I'm making. But we're gonna make it and I'm gonna share it with you because why not? My sausage is a little bit frozen. I got it out and thawed it out, but it's still a little bit frozen. Because last time we bought sausage, well, the time before that even, Wendy was like, you know that sausage we buy, we need to buy 2 and keep one in the freezer. So, you know, we have, I guess, emergency sausage because don't everybody need that? And so I was like, okay, we can. And I'm so glad she asked to do that because I had sausage today. So, I need to put the other half in the fridge though because it's still sitting out here. We're gonna get Alright, and I took this off the burner, so I have to bring this back up to hot, and then we're going to, because I was letting my sausage get a little bit overcooked, because I have gravy to pour over top of mine, but I'm going to use some of the bacon grease too, but obviously I want some of the sausage for that. But we're going to go ahead and just get this back to warm here, and then we're going to add our eggs in, scramble them up, and add the cream cheese. I do have the bottom layer in the oven for like 7 minutes just to get it nice and cooked. Get it started cooking, you know what I mean, maybe. Alright, so we got our, I'm gonna add 5 eggs into this. Now before I add my cream cheese in here, I like it to be pretty much cooked because there's just something about raw eggs. It's one of those things, the same category as meat that's undercooked to me. I can't do it, y'all. It just grosses me out. Just the smallest thought that something might be undercooked, it ruins it for me. Alright, so we got the cream cheese added here. I don't know, I don't think I recorded that. I don't know, but we added 4 ounces of cream cheese and got it all nice and mixed up here. And I'm gonna get out, I put the crust back in there for a few more minutes because it was still a little softer than I wanted it to be. Okay, so this was probably like 10-ish minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get this poured in here on top of this bottom layer. And then onto the top of this, I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. This is optional, but no, I like cheese. So, reminded me, I still have not bought my little brushy thing that I need to brush oils and egg washes and stuff on top of stuff. It's okay, because it has to be, so. Fork, just kind of lightly rub over this top crescent rolls with this egg wash. Almost called it an egg bath, but ain't that the same thing? So while we finish that up and get that baked, I think mine ended up baking for like 30 minutes. I went ahead and wanted to get the towel, and I ended up doing the countertop in the kitchen too, but I forgot to film that in the cabinets. But I wanted to go ahead and get this all nice and sanitized and, you know, get rid of the germs and bacteria and all the yucky stuff that might be hanging around. And it's just a good time to do that anyways, but especially with us having this little bit of cold the raw fighting, I figured this would be a good time to do this. And I think it was like a week ago, maybe 2. I was on the phone with Kim and distracted and using the hand mixer, and I pulled it up too far or something and threw stuff everywhere. And obviously I was in the middle of cooking, so I just quickly wiped down stuff with a towel, but I never went back and really cleaned it. And so stuff was, as you can see here, stuff was still very much on this towel, and it had, like, you know, set up, so it was hard to get off. Like, just my little rag wouldn't get it off. So I figured we'd get out the steam mop and see if it worked, and it was like magic. It just pulled it right off. And yeah, so it was my fault. I should have watered it and, you know, put cleaner on it and got it off sooner. But like I said, I was in the middle of cooking. I was talking on the phone. So I just, you know, quickly wiped it, and then I forgot about it because that's just how life works. And then I decided to just come in with the grout cleaner. The grout wasn't dirty, though, up here on the backsplash. It was just the face of them for me throwing stuff on it. But this grout cleaner would be a very big help if you had grout or needed to clean the tile, which we've only have tile in, is it Wendy's bathroom? I think now is the only place we have tile in our house. But, you know, you can always just use it on backsplash or whatnot as well. So anyways, I was going to get a little bit of cleaning done, and I figured we might as well go ahead and share that with you as well. The backsplash is very clean now. Like, you can tell it's clean. Like I told the kids, I said, look at it. Look how clean it is. They couldn't tell, but in their defense, they probably don't even hardly look at the backsplash, but you can definitely tell it was just brighter, and it didn't have the little white smudges on it from where Mama put food all over the house. So there's that. And I did go ahead and make me some gravy to serve over mine, and I do not regret it. It definitely just took it up a notch even more. I am a gravy kind of gal, but I don't make it often because I'm the only person that lives here that eats it. Violet really enjoys it, and then Kim likes it. So neither, you know, Kim's not actually my child. But anyways, my children do not like gravy. John does not like gravy. And so I don't make it often, but it is one of my favorites. And so I really wanted some to pour over top of this, and I do not regret it. It was delicious. 10 out of 10, I would recommend. So I'm going to throw together some really quick gravy. I used some bacon grease as well as the sausage that I had made earlier, and just threw together a super simple country gravy to go on top. And it was delicious. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching all of our content, but especially my sponsored content. It helps me get just a little bit extra. YouTube doesn't always pay the best, and that's also on me, I think, but YouTube doesn't always pay the best, so these little sponsorships help quite a bit, and it's just fun to do these, get to try out new products and share them with you. So thank you for watching the sponsored content. If you're interested in the steam mop, it will be linked down below, and thank you, Senmo, for sponsoring this. We'll see you next time. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Bye, friends.